Hello, and welcome to WHSK at Commonwealth University Bloomsburg. This is your host, Ella, on the Life of a Nursing Student podcast. Today we're talking about college students, scrolling, and productivity. Within the past few years, social media platforms have created and promoted a new type of content in a short video format. You all know TikTok. It is one of the biggest social media platforms, and its entire basis is short, vertical videos that allow you to scroll for hours on end. TikTok isn't alone in this innovation though. Within the past few years, we have gained Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, and Snapchat Stories. It seems like each platform has created its own version of the TikTok scrolling, and it has wreaked havoc on people of all ages, nationalities, and genders. Everyone has been affected by it. Older adults being drawn to cute and funny videos on Facebook, teenagers and children obsessed with TikTok, and college-age students being addicted to all of the above. In this specific podcast, that's what I've chosen to focus on: college students, scrolling, and productivity. I've decided to interview 3 of my fellow college-age friends about their social media usage and scrolling addictions to gauge their opinions and feelings on the subject.
Okay, I'm here with my friend Eva, and what school do you go to?
Millersville University.
Okay, and I have some questions for you about scrolling and social media usage. So, how many hours per day do you think you spend on social media?
Probably around 4 to 5.
And how many specifically scrolling?
Probably 4.
Eva, how do you feel about your scrolling habits and your social media habits?
I mean, I have some negative feelings toward it, but honestly it's just something I do when I'm bored to keep busy or when I'm stressed out, and it's just kind of like something I do to cool down.
How does scrolling affect your study habits, your hobbies, productive tasks like going to the gym?
I think if I deleted all social media, I would turn toward books more often.
What type of content do you usually enjoy while scrolling?
Definitely a lot of funny content, mostly Instagram Reels.
And here's a comment I'd like to highlight from Eva and I's interview about Gen Z versus Gen Alpha's experience with scrolling.
As Gen Z have not grown up with shorts and eventually grown into shorts and gotten used to it, we've lost our attention span. But Gen Alpha is not going to have that same experience. They're going to grow up with these shorts and reels their entire lives and end up with almost 0 to no attention span.
And here's another comment I want to highlight from Eva and I's interview about YouTube and how when you open the app, it directs you immediately to their YouTube Shorts page.
When I go onto YouTube, I'm trying to find a video so that way I'm not on Reels or Shorts of some sort, but when you open YouTube, it automatically goes into YouTube Shorts, and you sort of get hooked into it and you can't control yourself, and you're swiping at some point, curious what's happening next.
I literally do the exact same thing.
It's horrible.
I go on
It's so
YouTube
annoying.
all the time to watch a video to prevent the shorts.
Yes, and then I end up on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
It's horrible. They did that on purpose for sure. You don't click to YouTube Shorts, you open YouTube and it's there right away. In your face.
So that was my interview with Eva. Now we're going to move on to my interview with Drew.
Okay, now I have Drew on the phone. Drew, what school do you go to?
I go to Bloomsburg University.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about social media and your social media usage. How many hours per day do you think you spend on social media?
About 6 or 7, I don't know.
How many of those hours are you scrolling on short form video content specifically?
Probably the majority of that, maybe 3 hours or so.
How do you feel about your scrolling habits?
I'm not really happy about them. I really do feel unproductive. I feel a lot of brain fog kind of results in.
How has it affected your study habits, your hobbies, productive tasks like exercising?
It makes me not really want to do them anymore.
What type of content do you usually enjoy while scrolling? Funny, educational, relatable?
Mostly funny, but then after I get tired of funny, I do actually try to go towards the educational side, so I at least get some value out of scrolling.
Would you consider yourself addicted to scrolling?
I would say that I kind of border on addicted. I have deleted it in the past, and I won't think about it. But then when I do have the app at my disposal, I would say that I am probably addicted, yes.
You've changed your scrolling habits in the past, so you've successfully deleted things and lowered your content consumption?
Sort of. Typically, whenever I don't have it, I kind of, take that energy and just go to another app or do something else on my phone.
How do you feel about the difference between scrolling and short videos compared to TV shows or longer YouTube videos?
I feel like it's definitely a little bit different. I mean, both of them are kind of under the same blanket, but I do feel like you get a lot more out of a TV show or something that requires you to have a longer attention span.
Do you want to change your scrolling habits in the future?
Yes, I would like to limit them, yes.
Okay, that was my interview with Drew, and now we're going to move on to my interview with Xander.
Okay, now I have Xander. Xander, what school do you go to?
I go to Millersville University.
Okay, cool. I'm going to ask you some questions about social media and your social media habits. How many hours per day do you think you spend on social media in general?
Well, I just recently deleted most of my social media, so probably like 1 or 2 now on like YouTube, but I have no TikTok or Instagram anymore.
That's great. What about right before you deleted it? Where do you think you were at?
I actually could not even give you a number. All my idle time.
How much of that was specifically scrolling?
Probably like 90%.
Okay. How do you feel about your scrolling habits in the past? Obviously, you've limited it now, but in the past, how do you feel about it?
It was like miserable. I'd never accomplished anything because I just sat on my phone all day. I just wouldn't do my studying, and I didn't have much other stuff going on. Like, I would just scroll on my phone instead. I couldn't like hang out with my friends too often anyway because they were an hour away from my school. It's mostly about like productivity.
When you were scrolling, what type of content did you enjoy? Like funny, educational, relatable?
Probably mostly funny, but a lot of the stuff I consume on like YouTube is like educational stuff.
What's your opinion on watching TV shows and longer YouTube videos compared to scrolling?
I mean, I don't have the science or anything, but it definitely feels better for your brain than just scrolling through short form content. It feels like I'm actually like getting something out of it.
You've changed your scrolling habits, so how successful has it been, and how do you feel now that you've kind of limited yourself?
I mean, I feel a whole lot better. I wouldn't say my screen time is like a ton lower, but at least I replaced it with things that are, I think, a little bit less bad. A lot of the stuff I watch is like lecture videos and stuff. I don't feel like that's terrible for you.
In closing, you can see that all 3 of my friends agree about their unhappiness with their scrolling habits. They express similar feelings of annoyance and unproductiveness with a lot of scrolling and feel the need to minimize their habits. I think our best solution is learning and promoting self-control among ourselves to reverse the effect that scrolling has had on us. That was the 4th episode of The Life of a Nursing Student. Thanks for listening.